Things are getting worse for Beyoncé because her former dancer recently came clean about her sacrificing her twins in witchcraft rites to gain more notoriety and wealth. There have always been accusations of witchcraft, but this time around, some fresh, unsettling information has surfaced, and everyone is gripping their pocketbook. According to reports, B's twins' autism was caused by her witchcraft sacrifices. Her dancer says she reportedly performed one of the rites when she was pregnant, went tragically wrong, and her baby's neurological disorders were the result of that botched ritual. Where this dancer acquired all of this tea is unknown, but the internet is consuming it like crazy. Additionally, it brought back a number of witchcraft accusations that B was already juggling. Additionally, it doesn't help that when Beyoncé began taking Rumi on her Cowboy Carter World Tour, people began diagnosing her with autism. Beyoncé's children's mental health issues become a trending topic. In a recent decision to disregard his own mental health issues and disparage Beyoncé's twins for their alleged mental health issues, Kanye West even went so far as to call them the R word. Naturally, this infuriated many people, particularly the BeyHive. He said on Twitter, "Wait, has anyone ever seen Jay-Z and Beyoncé's younger kids? They're rut." Like, really? Hence, artificial insemination is a great advantage. One can choose to have children. He added that he didn't regret deleting the earlier tweets, but that he did so because Twitter threatened to permanently remove his account if he didn't erase the message. Instead of expressing regret, he reinforced everything he had written. "I want everyone to know that I removed the post about the families of Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and Jerry Lorenzo because I was afraid of having my Twitter account banned, not because I'm a good person," he stated. Down syndrome. Acknowledge it. Do I have this right? Everyone, the world is talking about the real world. Until they assist me with my children, he continued. There will never be an apology to the Carter family. One man at a time, you guys are releasing him from prison to appear prestigious. The Kardashians are trafficking, but otherwise the Carters are nearly identical. Although Jay-Z and B didn't respond to this directly, those close to them stated that they will not tolerate it at all, and that they are appalled by Kanye's profane and insulting remarks about their kids. Jay-Z and Beyoncé are aware of the post, which Kanye has since removed, and they are debating how they want to respond to it, whether in a private or legal way. Although many individuals did not support the children being drawn into it, this caused them to give Beyoncé the side eye, with some even speculating that her twins are likely not as whole as Blue, because at the time of her pregnancy, she was actively practicing African black magic. Popular tea blogger Storm Monroe stoked these allegations by claiming that Beyoncé is a high priestess in the witchcraft community, and that she particularly practices powerful African witchcraft. According to him, she is loyal to Oshun, a demonic deity who is reportedly among the most potent creatures in existence. Madonna was once the top witch in Hollywood and continues to be so, he claimed, because she is currently the most popular queen. However, some people think that all of the accolades she receives come at the expense of her kids, especially Rumi and Sir, which is why Beyoncé tends to shield them far more than she does Blue.
Beyonce is a witch. She's a very powerful witch. She's heavy into African spirituality. She is a daughter of, I believe, either a daughter of Oshun or Yemaya. I go back and forth. I feel like it's Oshun though, but if I got it wrong, I got it wrong. But nonetheless, she's a high-ranking witch. Okay, how many people have come out and said, "Hey, my cat started dying. Beyonce did this to me. I saw Beyonce do that." Like this is nothing new. Okay, but you got to understand when it comes to Illuminati, to this industry, one person replaces the other. Madonna's over. Madonna is almost done. And Madonna is a very high ranking witch. She is a high priestess. That's just pretty much what it is. Well, of course, the main thing Madonna practices is Kabbalah, but then there's different versions of Kabbalah, just like there's different versions of African spirituality. But then I also believe that in addition to African spirituality, I do believe that Beyonce is into dark magic and black magic as well, her and Jay-Z. And we're just gonna leave it at that.
When Storm made this public, others naturally began conducting research to determine whether there was any prior history of people engaging in such behavior, and there was. Actually, it appears that Beyoncé herself initiated these allegations by revealing her notorious Sasha Fierce persona. Beyoncé says she only made the alter ego take control if she needed to perform, since she is being inherently timid. She is unable to perform without Sasha Fierce controlling her entire body. She explained, "Right before I performed for the BET Awards, I raised my hands up, and it was the first time I felt something else coming to me. I knew that was going to be my coming out night at the awards show." Time travel to 2018. Her former drummer, who had accompanied her on multiple tours for years, abruptly quit her job in the middle of. Beyoncé was accused of utilizing strong witchcraft behind the scenes before her appearances on the On the Run tour. She claimed that when she ultimately canceled the trip, he was harassing her to prevent her from going on the internet. She became so afraid for her life that she requested a restraining order against Beyoncé.
Beyoncé's ex-drummer of 7 years, she is seeking a restraining order against Beyoncé. She's accusing her of dark magic, witchcraft, tapping into her phone bill, and basically controlling her finances. She's saying the Beyoncé camp is put up a huge campaign against her, and it's overall witchcraft. She sought a restraining order in the past. It got denied, and she has another one scheduled for October 11th, but the internet is just like, what? Excuse me? And, you know, I was just at the Beyonce concert last week in Houston. It was definitely a religious experience.
The girl cats. A girl went to court and charged her with extreme witchcraft. She was hypnotized. She was drunk. Beyonce came and she was in there eating on her while she was asleep, snacking on his big people cats. And guess what? They wouldn't give her the restraining order. They just told her to stay away from Beyonce and work for somebody else. Guess what? She's having a hard time finding work too, which is interesting because she's a brilliant musician and she was trained at the esteemed Berklee College of Music, handpicked by my very good friend, Terry Lynn Carrington, Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyonce's entire female band.
Even before Kanye posted that tweet, there were suspicions that Beyoncé's children were autistic. This was due to some discrepancies that people saw regarding the twins. For instance, there was a video of Beyoncé acting around Rumi and Sir, and that went viral a while back, based on specialists in internet behavior. According to reports, Rumi was exhibiting symptoms of autism. Beyoncé inquired about her summertime experiences. Rumi kept swinging her head wildly and hardly responded to the question. In contrast to most children, who would just answer and be all delighted, Sir was also looking the other way, as if he was preoccupied with something else.
The summer this year. Did you have a good summer? Yeah? What'd you do?
Miss Tina came in a few weeks earlier to clarify things because the rumors had gotten so terrible, but she simply made them worse. She stated, "Sir is more low-key and loves to spend time counting numbers." People were prompted to, given that most autistic kids enjoy spending time alone and doing arithmetic problems, there is even more reason to believe that the boy had autism. She claimed that Rumi was more artistic and that she spent her time working on fashion-related projects.
She is amazing. She's an amazing artist, like painter and creator. And so, I mean, how could they be anything else growing up in that environment? That's all we talk about is creativity and fashion and the whole thing.
What is Sir interested in?
Sir is very quiet and is very, very smart and does all of the number stuff. So he's not into the fashion stuff as much. But
Beyoncé increased her attention to the twins, especially Rumi, after people began to notice that something was strange about them. During every performance, she has been bringing Rumi up on stage, and let's just say that has made the accusations of autism much more serious. When given the spotlight, most autistic children Rumi was doing. There isn't any hard evidence. Linking Beyoncé's supposed witchcraft to Rumi's condition, people continue to believe it and keep bringing it up. Others who supported B and Room included the following. You people are ableists and have the worst opinion of people with disabilities. If Rumi has autism or not. The true problem is, society despises Rhett, so you're wondering if it will ever be socially acceptable to be on Beyoncé. Someone else said, I'm so tired of hearing about Rumi and Sir possibly having autism, that I don't see why it's even relevant. While Sir is undoubtedly living his finest life, Rumi is having an absolute blast on stage. Really, that's all that matters. But now I'd like to hear what you think. How do you feel about Sir and Rumi being suspected of having autism? Are you of the opinion that witchcraft played any role in it? Tell me what you think in the space provided for comments below. Additionally, remember to click here to view this additional nasty video.